I was just listening to that Gujarati Aarti. Very keenly, I was listening to it. And I'm very happy that you people have mastered the Gujarati also, Gujarati Aarti also. Anyway, today, after a after a gap of about 2 weeks, I'm again coming before you. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Hell, can you hear me? No. Oh, fine.
Yes. Yes.
So I was little bit these 2 months. It was very busy time for me. First thing that we had gone to Pandharpur. Pandharpur, a place of pilgrimage where Baba had visited in November 1954 on 6th and 7th of November. And to revive those memories, our Pune Center had made out a program to visit Pandharpur. Thereafter, we visited the Urtara, the accident site near Satara. That, as usual, as every year, we visit that place just to express our gratitude to our beloved Baba for shedding his blood for the sake of humanity. Then there was a program in Nizamabad. It was a grand program, I tell you. So much of rush and crowd, so many people, right from the morning till even till late night. They used to sit except for lunch, except for lunch break. Otherwise, nobody was ready to leave the place. They were just stuck up to their chairs and listening to the whole program. The program went on very well, very nice. And then I had some personal small program of get together of my family because my grandchildren who are in US, they are here on vacation. And then we had a excursion in Lonavala. And I had to be with the family members. So I have missed all those Saturdays. But today I am just appearing before all of you. I had said about this topic earlier about the Baba Center, Universal Spiritual Center in Baira Mangala. I had introduced the subject, but concerning to that subject, I am going to talk about some other aspects. As we know that the Baira Mangala project, during that project, the whole Mehrabad was shifted to Bangalore. And the Diwan of Mysore, she had offered a big area, about 400 area for Baba Center. The Diwan liked it very much, liked the idea very much, and Baba was very happy to start that work. With his own hands, Baba dug the ground and the foundation was laid down there. But thereafter, this is in 1939 or so, thereafter up to 80s, 84 or so, there was no activity at all. The place was lying there. Earlier time, this Venkoba, one person by Venkoba, he was given a charge. He was kept as a caretaker. But then he, after a few years, as children grew up, he made a request to Baba that Baba, I am required to shift to Bangalore because of my children are getting school age, and then there is no school nearby. So I am just compelled to shift to Bangalore. And Baba simply said that you sell off that land. And that land was sold at a throwaway price.
Yeah, I think it's done or something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're on.
Sorry. Yes, please.
Please continue. Please continue. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Please stop me if I at all there is a breakage in voices. Please stop. Then that it is very surprising that right from 1939 this project was started by Mir Baba, and thereafter in 1984 or so, Ramkrishnan, our great Ramkrishnan, the secretary of Pune, he happened to visit there for his own purpose. And then he wanted to see that place and he saw that place. And when he inquired about the room in which Baba had stayed for a couple of days, and then he says that when I put my foot on the first step, I saw Baba sitting on a chair in a dhoti and in a brick color coat. And then the words came out of his mouth was, this land should come to life again. And then he was so magic possessed by this idea that within few years, in spite of so many difficulties, he could complete the whole building, and the center is running. There was one another project that was in Mandla in the central India. Mandla is a place there, and there also a construction was made, but then it was not started by Mir Baba. Baba willed it that there should be a center there, and preliminary talks were made with the owners of that land, but then there were some court cases, and that Baba had asked this Dada Chanji, one of the person from Dada Chanji family, was an engineer. He was asked to construct that center, and he, along with I think Pendu, they went there, and then a construction was made there. It is not a replica of Baba Samadhi, but somewhat similar to that type. And when I had a fortune to visit that place, I had gone to say Jabalpur for Baba program, and thereafter we went to that place, and it was all dilapidated condition. And I had a thought that we should try to renovate the whole construction, and as a memorial of Baba's time, it should be it should be revived. And I had talked with the Bombay people also for raising the money. I was so very tempted, but then when it was very difficult for us to at such a far off place to manage the whole thing. And then I talked with the local people, especially the person who was very active in that area in Jabalpur. He was in Jabalpur. His name was Rajnikant Upadhyay, very active person. But he said that, Pratap, it's better you not to put your mind into this, because there are a lot of legal complications, and better you do not go ahead with this collection of money and all that thing. So I just left that idea. What I want to bring out is that this Baira Mangala, after so many years, the land was sold out by that Yanko Barao, and one person by name Munyappa. He had purchased a land for a throwaway price, land was such a big land was sold for 3,000, only for 3,000 rupees. Out of that, Baba took 1,000 and left the remaining amount to with Vancouver for his use. Now that land, that person who had purchased that land, he was very keen to retain it. When Ramakrishna met there and Ramakrishna had to visit that place, and then he wanted to meet that person. They went and Vancouver took Ramakrishna to that person, and Ramakrishna put a proposal that I want to purchase this land. And that person said, no, I am not going to sell it because it's a Devasthan. Devasthan, which is a place of God, house of God. And I'm not inclined to sell it off. In fact, I want to start something like a ashram for orphans, for old people, and some such a social activity. And Ramshun told me that if that is so, I will come personally and help you in that project. Now, but if at all you want to sell it, please ask me first because I am very much keen to purchase the land. And then for a couple of months went without any movement from either side. And then ultimately that person in the night time, a call comes from Venkovaram, that person is selling that land and you have to come and make the agreement. Ramakrishnan just ran to Bangalore and then contacted that person, and then sale deed was prepared, the advance was paid from his own money, and then that work was started and it was completed. What I mean to say that the project was started by Meher Baba with his own hands, which was not such a case in the case of Mandla. This was personally done by Meher Baba himself. There was a big function. All the Bangalore people from Bangalore and other places, they all had gathered for this occasion. And because it was so very intended project that was mysteriously saved by that person, and ultimately it has come to Baba lovers, and ultimately the required momentum was given to that project, and this now it is a good functioning center, very nice center, very beautiful center. That which is taken in hand by God himself, God man himself. Whatever obstacles may come during that project, they get dissolved because of his will. Now, that time, the project which was started by Meher himself was stopped or abandoned because war had started, and the government had taken all the open land for their military. That was the reason the project was abandoned, and the whole Mehrabad, which was shifted to Bangalore, they all returned to Mehrabad. And there was a casual discussion amongst Baba and the women Mandali. And Baba said that the war is very destructive, very devastating war. And many people will suffer, very badly suffer because of this war. And if third world war breaks up, it will be only for few minutes. It will be a matter of few minutes, and the humanity will be just destroyed. That was Baba said. And then the women Mandali who were listening very keenly what Baba said, they were so much upset and so much afraid that they told Baba, the Baba, it is just horrible. We even cannot bear this thought, the very thought that the world war will be a matter of few minutes and the world will tremendously suffer. At least most of the humanity will be killed in that war. So this is very much unbearable even for thinking. We cannot even imagine about that. And then Baba said that there is one another option. And what was that option? That option was that destruction. Baba said destruction is bound to happen. But it will be in pieces. It will be due to various calamities, natural calamities. But that destruction is going to take place. It must happen. You can. I will just remind that in the year 1954, during 2-day sahavas, Baba had declared that three-fourths of the world will be destroyed, and Baba had said that this is what I say in my language. You may not be able to understand it, but then that destruction is bound to happen. And if we study the happenings of the last 2 years, the whatever Baba has said is just happening. We are witnessing it. First, it was something called tsunami, a storm in the ocean. Then this corona has taken at least 2 years, and the whole activities were practically stopped, and the mouths of people were shut by what they call something to cover up your mask, face mask, facial mask, and a tough time had come. Now, recently, in the last few years, in the last few months, the things are taking such a turn that whatever is happening is just cannot be, was not predicted or not even imagined. But what Baba had said that there will be the destruction will be there, and destruction, the causes will be either volcano eruptions or earthquakes or some pandemics and something of that sort. That destruction will be caused by all these reasons. Now, first reason was that oceanic storm, thereafter this corona, and now that corona which appeared to have slept has again woken up, and it is taking the lives of people. China is very badly affected because of that corona, and there is always a fear in the minds of the people that that pandemic may come to your place, our place. As far as US is concerned, there is a cold, unbearable cold. Even there was a news that this Panama canal is frozen. To that extent, the cold waves have covered the America. All these happenings. Once in Guruprasad, Baba had said, Baba is casually sitting with people. I was also present there, and Baba said that whatever I have said, whatever I have declared, is bound to happen. It will happen. It will a matter of time, but it will happen. And thereby, the people will come to know, come to say that this is what Meher Baba had said. What is happening is already said by Meher Baba. And that way, the people will recognize Meher Baba. That is, this is the words which Baba had said about the whole thing in Guru Prasad. So now, everywhere, the whole atmosphere has become so very unfavorable. Even the people's mentalities have become so very cruel, inhuman, and what should I say, stooping so low. Even the languages these people say about each other, that cannot be a language of gentlemen, language of good people. That has been the stage through which we are passing now. Now look at the war that is going on in between Russia and Croatia. It's a just, nobody is just going to back out. They are fighting, and the human race is being killed, being under tremendous suffering, and their lives have been at stake. So this is the situation of the present time. And then when we turn back to what Baba has said, we find during the last rainy season, Baba had made one statement that when I break my silence, the stones will start dancing. I do not know when Baba, whether that silence which Baba has said has broken or not, but then the effects that Baba had said about it, they were seen during the last about half an year, about 5-6 months. Because during rainy season, the rains were so much, I tell you, that all the rivers and were overflowing, the dams were overflowing, the water was spreading throughout the villages, the big mountains or hills, they were coming down. They were dislocated, and then all the stones and all the villages were crushed under that collapse of these big mountains and big hills. This is what we have witnessed ourselves. The water was so much. Where there was a scarcity of water, there also the water was so much that people had to walk through the water even for entering their houses. It was whole area was covered with water, and at certain places it was up to the neck, and they had to government had very tough time to cope up with this problem. I remember that Dr. Ghani used to say, he used to quote Baba, and the Ghani used to tell us that Baba used to say that when all the leaders, so-called big leaders of these different nations will be helpless, will feel themselves helpless, when they would have no remedy for these natural calamities, when they become helpless, then they will call out for God. That time has yet to come, perhaps because still man has overconfidence on himself. He doesn't care for the principles of spirituality, spiritual life, life of love. He doesn't care for that. And what is seen is just a jealousy, just a cruelty. Every day, if you put the channel of news, you find some disturbing news. Every day you open the newspaper, you find some very disturbing news. This is happening for so many months. And this is the result, or this is the outcome of what Baba had said about the world situation. For Baba lovers, for we Baba lovers, this is a high time for us to focus on Baba and Baba alone and just watch, because we have such a, at our back, we have such a support that we can rely completely on Meher Baba. And whatever he does, he wants to do with us, we should be resigned to that. That is the only thing that we can do, just observe and correlate with whatever Baba has said about the world situation. You see, some time back, Mansar used to tell us that Baba has said that there will be a time when in Mumbai, Baba was talking about Mumbai. It's a very long distance from the fort area up to Bandra, the whole seashore. It's a long seashore. And Baba had said that on that road, there will be hardly two people will be seen on the road. That was actually experienced during the period of Corona. Corona had caused that because people have stopped coming out of their houses. Now, when the situation is improving, when our trust, Avatar Baba Trust has declared that this year the program will be the live program, not on the internet, it will be live program. But then we'll be under the fear, and we will have to be with lot of precaution that we attend with all these rules and regulations of the government. And that is the request made by our trust also. Let us see how the things take change and how far Baba wants us to be at his feet there in Mehrabad. We will have to wait and watch. Now, little about, I do not know today, tomorrow, before I part with you, I will say a very happy new year to all of you, all Baba lovers who are listening and all Baba lovers who are not present. All the Baba community, we wish very happy new year. I do not know what programs you have at the end of the year and beginning of the new year. But tomorrow midnight, we'll be gathering at Guruprasad. And then we will have little singing, not much, because it is midnight. It should not be disturbing the other people. And with that restrictions, we'll be having a small gathering, talk about Mir Baba, and pray, offer prayers. Up to this time, we were going every year to Mehrabad on 31st of December. We would be there just 1 hour before, and then after we enter into the new year, then after bowing down to Baba, we will return to Pune. That was usual program that used to follow for all these years, but then because of the corona, it was this practice was broken. And last year also we had gathered at a small gathering at Guruprasad, and this time also we'll be having a small gathering at Guruprasad. But Mehrabad, we don't have any program. The Pune Center doesn't have any program to go to Mehrabad. The reason is that every year on the 1st of New Year, they have a very large gathering, social gathering of the soldiers who have died in the wars, just to express their respect for those soldiers. There is a memorial on the way to Nagar, and lakhs of people they gather there, and the roads are stopped. For the last few years, this earlier used to be there, but then the crowd was not so much because of certain happening in between. The people have taken it to be a prestigious work or prestigious duty to offer our respects to that place. And then the crowd is growing, and it becomes a matter of prestige for certain people. So many of the roads are being blocked by the police, and these diversions are very long diversions one has to take. So we have not made any program to go to Mehrabad, but then we will be gathering at Guruprasad. I do not know what programs you people have in US. Must be having some programs. I do not know. Now, since I have next time, Baba willing, I will tell you elaborately about the Pandharpur. Why Pandharpur? And what is actually the Pandharpur? What is the story of this place? That I'll be telling next time. And I have also in my mind to tell you about the importance of visiting the accident site of Meher Baba, and also the program at Nizamabad. So for today, the most of the topic which I had in my mind, I have completed it, and then since there is some more time, I will take one ghazal with the explaining the meaning of it. It's a beautiful ghazal, and I hope you agree to that.
Pratap,
Yes,
Pratap,
yes,
can I say something?
yes, please,
Okay.
yes,
It's always
yeah,
good
yeah.
to see you. I'm very happy you keep coming to talk with us.
Ah,
I found something that when Baba was still Merwan, going by that, and he was still writing and
yes,
speaking, and it was a note to Ghani. And I thought, oh, I must share this. It says, and this was in Merwan's handwriting, be remembering me as often as you can, as it is I everywhere. Yours, Merwan.
yes, 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 yes. Thank
Never
you.
too, never,
Thank you for sharing your
never
thank you
too
for
late,
sharing your thought. Yes,
never too late, never too early, just
just in
on
time, just on time. Mm. The now I forgot about to tell you the at the laying of stone, foundation stone at Vairamangala, Dr. Gani Baba had given a message. Baba has given a beautiful message. I don't have it right now, but then next time I may repeat it. But then the importance of that five metals, these they had some sort of for excavating the earth. Some instrument was made out of five metals. And what is the importance of that five metals? A talk was given by Dr. Ghani. What is the importance of these five metals? Unfortunately, what was the talk? We do not have it. But lately, we have come to know that it was Dr. Ghani who had given talk on that. Uh, what is the importance of these five metals that were used for that weapon to take out the earth from the ground, for digging the ground. Yes, now just a singing, please. Thank you. खुदा के वास्ते खुदा के वास्ते अब बेरुखी से काम ले खुदा के वास्ते अब बेरुखी से काम ले खुदा के वास्ते खुदा के वास्ते अब मैं रुखी से कामन ले, खुदा के वास्ते अब मैं रुखी से कामन ले, तड़प के फिर कोई, तड़प के फिर कोई दामन को तेरे थामन ले, तड़प के फिर कोई दामन को तेरे थामन ले, तड़प के फिर कोई. The meaning of the first two lines is खुदा के वास्ते अब बेरुखी से काम न ले. For God's sake, for God's sake, don't be so much indifferent towards me. Don't be so much callous about me. Don't be so much harsh towards me. Because तड़प के कोई फिर दामन को तेरे थाम ले. Because of the restlessness, because of your behavior, your rude behavior with me, I become so very restless that I may hold tight your daman and don't let you go away from me. I will hold tight your daman tight, and then I won't leave you. I won't leave you to go away from me. I don't allow you to go away from me. That is the first meaning. खुदा के वास्ते अब बेरुखी से कामन ले, तड़प की फिर कोई दामन को तेरे थामन ले, तड़प की फिर कोई दामन को तेरे थामन ले. वफा तो कैसी जफा भी नहीं है अब पर, वफा तो कैसी जफा भी नहीं है अब पर. वफा तो कैसी जफा भी नहीं है अब हम पर, अब इतना सख्त मोहब्बत से इंतकाम न ले. अब इतना सख्त मोहब्बत से इंतकाम न ले. अब इतना सख्त मोहब्बत से इंतकाम न ले. वफा तो कैसी जफा भी नहीं है हम पर. Not belief. You do not believe in me. You don't have belief in me. But you don't have disbelief also in me. Neither belief nor disbelief. That means the connection is entirely blocked, entirely broken. So what the lover says, वफा तो कैसी जफा भी नहीं हम पर. You have no faith. You have no belief in me. You have also stopped disbelief in me. Don't take so much harsh revenge. Don't take so much harsh revenge. Don't be so cruel to me. The third stanza is, जमाने भर में है चर्चे मेरे तबाल के. People talk about my life getting ruined. People are talking about my life getting ruined. And I am afraid that for my condition, my getting ruined, people may not blame you about for that. They may not say, they may not blame you that it is because of you that my life is getting ruined. That is the lover says to the beloved, I am getting ruined, but only my fear is that people should not blame you for that. जमाने भर में है चर्चे मेरे तबाही के. जमाने भर में है चर्चे मेरी तबाही के. मैं डर रहा हूँ, मैं डर रहा हूँ, कहीं कोई तेरा नाम न ले. मैं डर रहा हूँ, कहीं कोई तेरा नाम न ले. मैं डर रहा हूँ, कहीं कोई तेरा नाम न ले. Next stanza is, मैं जानू जब के बुझा दे तू तृष्ण दिल की. मैं जानू जब के बुझा दे तू तृष्णगी दिल की. वगर न आज से दरिया दिली का नाम न ले. You will find when Baba was listening to certain ghazals, there is a reference to this particular stanza because tea was being served and that kawal who was singing, I feel that he must be singing this ghazal only, and particularly this stanza. What the stanza says, that I will only take you to be the ocean of grace if you quench my thirst, if you satisfy my thirst, then only I will set you are a ocean of your grace. मैं जानू जबकि बुझा देती प्रश्न दिखली. I will only believe that you are the ocean of grace, ocean of love. When if you satisfy the thirst of my heart, the thirst for love which is in my heart, if you satisfy that thirst, then I will say that you are the ocean of love. मैं जानू जब के बुझा दे तो तृष्णगी दिल की. वगर न आज से दरिया दिली का नाम न ले. वगर न आज से Darya dili kana manale. He says that if you are not able to satisfy the thirst of my heart, then don't call yourself to be the ocean of mercy, ocean of grace, or ocean of love. Don't call yourself. I am not ready to call you. And you don't call yourself to be ocean of mercy. That is a challenging statement he makes to the beloved. If you call yourself, then satisfy my thirst. If you cannot satisfy my thirst, then don't call yourself to the ocean of love. The next stanza is also beautiful. रखूं उम्मीद करम अब मैं उससे क्या साहिल. Sahir is the name of that poet. Must be Sahir Ludhiani. रखूं उम्मीद करम अब मैं उससे क्या साहिर, नजर से भी के जब जालिम मेरा सलाम न ले. It's a beautiful stanza. The lover says, what can I expect from my beloved? What can I expect from me? He even does not acknowledge my salam, my bowing down, my bending my head with respect. He doesn't acknowledge that. What more I can expect from him? What can I expect from him? He has become so very callous about me that he even doesn't accept my salam. How can I expect anything from him? That is the craving in the heart of that poet. रखूं उम्मीद करम अब मैं उससे क्या साही. रखूं उम्मीद करम अब मैं उससे क्या साही कि नजर से भी के जब नजर से भी के जब जालिम मेरा सलाम ले. नजर से भी के जब जालिम मेरा सलाम ले. नजर से भी के जब जालिम मेरा सलाम ले. खुदा की वास्ते अब बेरुखी से काम न ले. Thank you all of you. Now, can we take Aarti?
Can I ask one question before Arti? One question?
Yes, please.
Okay. On October 16th, 1950, when you had the grace of setting eyes in Mahabaleshwar on beautiful Meher Baba, what was your first feeling, Pratap, to see beautiful God?
Yes. कळलं नाही.
काय भावना होत्या पहिल्यांदा भेटला ते?
This, in fact, I was not very conversant with this Urdu language. There was one Kawwal by name Bashir, very simple person, not very high, big name, but then he was a very poor person. Whenever Baba wants to listen to the ghazals and qawwalis, he used to be the first choice. And Jal had made friendship with him. Even I had made friendship with him. Whenever Baba calls, he will come. So all these ghazals he used to sing. He used to sing his own style. Now this ghazal, it's a those days, early days, the the burning of that love was not felt much in our hearts. We used to be very close to Baba. We used to, whenever we want, we will go to Baba, and we used to enjoy all that atmosphere. But then that craving was not there. That was yet to be created in us. I had said once that after meeting Baba all alone in Mahabaleshwar, Baba had Baba had asked me whether you love me, and I said yes, Baba, I love you. And then Baba asked me to kiss him on his cheek, and I kissed Baba on his cheek. So that was a time when Baba was creating that urge in me, urge to love him. And thereafter, whenever I used to meet Baba, either in that Guruprasad or not then, but whenever he comes to ARH's house, Bindra house, we used to go and meet Baba there, and Baba would first question he will ask you whether you love me. You have to create love, grow your love for me. That sort of a action you will say hard from heart to love me more and more. That gesture used to do, and I was wondering what am I to supposed to do now? I take Baba to be God man. I take Baba to be everything for me and the only support for me. And highest in my life, I take everything. And then why Baba says that you grow your love for me. What more Baba wants from me? That was a question for me before my before me. Then once it so happened that Baba was not keeping a very good health. He was in seclusion for quite many days, and he was also all his body had become very pale. And during that time, he had come to Pune, and there he gave darshan to very close people. Among them, I was also there, and we had made out a queue. Baba was sitting on a simple chair in open all in the open, and we were Baba's darshan. And when I went just before Baba, I weeping, started weeping, and Baba looked at me and said, after little time, he allowed me to weep and then said, "What has happened to you? Why you are weeping?" And I said that, Baba, you are so very sick. Your body is so very pale. I just cannot bear that. I could not bear that, and I just wept. That was a turning point in my life. I take it to be. That is the love that Baba must have expected from us. I think this perhaps some of the three from the Myrtle Beach, when a person from Mumbai, Babala from Mumbai, when he was a pilot, when he had gone to Myrtle Beach, I think Elizabeth or Kitty Devi or somebody asked him, pointedly asked him whether remembering Baba, you get tears in your eyes. And that person could not answer. But a stage come to that the love, the agony of love is created in your heart so much that if we are sitting alone and remembering Baba, then we automatically get tears in our eyes. That is very natural, very natural. And after Baba dropped his body, my heart, it was a horrible time for us. I could not compose myself for 1 year. 1 year. So that is these beautiful ghazals I have noted down in my diary, and whenever I feel like singing those ghazals, I sing those ghazals. You see, every stanza is so beautiful. It is a craving of that heart of that composer, that poet, shair. He is expressing. If you do not quench the thirst of my heart, why you call yourself to be a ocean of grace and ocean of mercy and ocean of love? That craving comes automatically in our heart. And believe me, the more we think about Baba, gradually that comes. There is one beautiful couplet by Meera. She says, Bahu bhagat bhagat jagi, रंग लागत लागत लागी, बहुत दिनों का सोया मनवा, जागत जागत जागी. A person, a soul, it runs here and there, and it takes time to become steady and to awake, to wake up. It takes time to wake up. When we give a color, we have to get 2-3 coats. And then first coat, there is no shining. Second coat, there is little shining. Third coat, there is a better shining. And the fourth coat will be all chakachak. Coat after coat. So remembers after remembering, that automatically bring us closer to Baba. And ultimately says that बहुत दिनों का सोया मनवा जागत जागत जागे. A soul which is sleeping for ages, it takes time to wake up. Slowly, gradually, it wakes up, it gets consciousness and then wakes up, and then he starts thinking about God. That process is a long process, but then for us it is a very simple and very easy process because Baba is right. We always feel that Baba is with us. Always, not a single minute of our life goes without. He's watching every second of our life, every minute of our life, and we are very safe under his nazar. That that sort of understanding, that sort of a feeling, and that sort of a nearness, that sort of a love is required to be created, and that it gets gradually, gradually. The more you think, the more you study about Mir Baba, then you feel that with whom we have made a relation, we are so very fortunate. Why we simply mechanically say that we are very fortunate that we have met Mir Baba. But that fortune can only be realized or will only be when we get that emotions in our heart, emotions about Meher Baba, about his closeness with us, about his presence with us, about his nurture on us. That that we become conscious of that by remembering him very often, every now and then. That gradually it comes, it does come. Jai Baba, I think that I have adequately answered your small
Yes,
question.
yes, very adequate. Thank you, Pratap. Yeah.
Thank
And,
you.
and
My
now,
pleasure.
which artist?
Now, shall we take Arti now,
Yes, yes.
or any
Adi Sachetana.
Adi Satyan? All right. Thank you. कुमार लहर से जिसकी सृष्टि का निर्माण, उसकी दैवी अनंतता का कैसे हो अनुमान। आदि चेतन शांति निकेतन, आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, नमो ब्रह्म आवो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। प्रेम दीप में ही जलाओ, प्रेम दीप में ही जलाओ, निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाओ, निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाओ। अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाओ, अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाओ, तुम मुझको सरकाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। जीवन की हर सांस हमारी, जीवन की हर सांस हमारी बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी, बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी। हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी, हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी, तुम करुणा बरसाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ बने आरती जीवन मेरा बने आरती जीवन मेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा तुम मुझ में छा जाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन नमो ब्रह्म आओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
ठीक है।
Thank you for
धन्यवाद प्रताप जी, धन्यवाद।
Thank
wonderful.
you so much, Jai Baba.
Thank you, Pratap ji. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
मेहर बाबा काका.
Jai Baba.
Actually, I thought of asking you a question.
I'm so very happy you have made it today.
Yeah, actually, I thought of asking. Everybody says about the Bhairava
Yes.
and all that, but
Yes.
nobody no information about Baba's first jopdi at Ferguson College.
Mm,
And also, you should also highlight about that. And also, I request you to talk about Baba's Toka. It's also somewhat resembles to Baba's Samadhi there in the Toka. That
Toka.
they construct
Yes.
Toka. Next time
Yes.
you should talk about that.
All
I
right,
think
all right. Or I'll keep
about
in mind.
Baba's first
Yes.
jopdi at Ferguson College.
Yes.
Because I still remember as a child in 1965 they took us to that. But there are two ways. One is a long way and another I still remember. Two ways to
Mm,
reach that place. But
yes.
because of the expansion of city, now we can't identify. I think so. Even you're
Yes.
not highlighted in Pune souvenir 50th anniversary souvenir book about
Because
Baba's
that
Job.
entire area has changed so much. In fact,
Yeah.
all the areas are going away now.
Yeah.
Some very few now, even in Satara, that Grafton bungalow that has been demolished entirely. Mm. Luckily, that rosewood is still there because of some dispute among the family members. The builder had taken it, but then he is going to sell it, but he is quoting very high price. Otherwise, that is a very, if we are able to take that, that will be very great thing for us. But Satara, we don't have many people. So this Vasu, Dr. Vasu,
Yeah.
he goes up and down and it makes all efforts to have something at that accident site also. But the local people are not very cooperative. In fact, they are all political people. Mm. He is finding very hard time to cope up with that. But we are going to have a program at that site in a couple of months.
Yes.
they are going to
Same.
address the villagers, especially to make them understand what is the importance of that place.
This beautiful picture.
That is, let us see. Baba wishes it. Baba will say, then there it will make some effect on those people. They will cooperate with Dr. Vasu. But what Dr. Vasu has some plans in his mind, and poor fellow is struggling alone to have something. Of course, we are in our own way, we are trying to help him, but then still it is not, I mean, just coming to proper result, final logical result. Any, let us wait for Baba's Baba.
Same thing with Baba Manonash cave at Hyderabad. We
Yes,
do
yes,
programs every year, but
that is
now
there. That is
humanly
there.
it's so humanly impossible to acquire. It is they're
Yes,
quoting millions, means
yes, yes,
crores.
yes, yes.
One this thing recently they've sold it. One
Mm.
gaz sold for more than uh, 5 lakhs per gaz.
Mm.
Equally impossible to purchase. Let's see
Mm.
how Baba helps. I think Toka is still we can accessible. I think so. I still remember you have took us to Toka, Hyderabad group, Toka and Nasik, the both ashrams.
Yes.
Thanks to courtesy of Pratap Kaka, we are able to see that.
Yes, 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 yes. It's a very good time. You see, I always remember those days. My God, what a beautiful time we had. I had very good time with the Hyderabad people. And our people are blaming me now. They want me to take them to all these places where we visited along with Hyderabad people.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us see.
Pani
How
has
are you?
recorded that. Yeah, Pani has recorded. Pani has recorded your complete tour to Nasik.
Uh, yes,
And
Chalo.
also Gobragade, Gorbade. That's the
Uh-huh.
cave where, yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, Jai Mer Baba Kaka, Jai Mer
Thank you,
Baba Tripura
Pratap.
Jai
Kaka.
Ma- Jai
Thank
Mother.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Jai
Thank
Baba.
Baba. Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai
Jai
Mer
Baba.
Baba.
Jai.
Thank you.
Oh,
Whoop. There you go. Yeah, he's gone. I looked up the Byramangala